Ray, welcome to the Crighton.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it.
How did you get into show business?
Accidentally,
Accidentally.
really. I was going to college in Arlington and studied to be a veterinarian.
Cool.
And I was staying in the Naval Barracks at Grand Prairie, which is close to college.
I know what that is. Mm-hmm.
The government let us stay there because we were all veterans of World War II.
Right.
And they had a group of musicians in the veterans that was there that played. I didn't play with them or anything. But I guess one of them had heard me sing. I don't know how, but he came to me one day, the guitar player, and said, "Would you do me a favor?" And I said, "What's that?" And he said, "Well, I want to get some of my songs published. Would you go with me to Dallas tomorrow and sing a couple of my songs?"
Mm-hmm.
So I said, "Sure, I'll do it." So we went to Dallas, and the first one we went to, he wasn't too happy with doing it with us, you
right.
know? So he sent us to a fellow that was just starting out. And we went over there, and they was doing some radio shows. The first time I'd even seen tape. Up to that time, it was always wire or something
right.
like that, yeah. So anyway, they were taping some radio shows for WFAA here in Dallas. They took a break, and then they asked me to sing. I sang a couple of songs, and then they come back and said, "Well, we got to go back to recording these shows again, but could you come back tomorrow morning?" So the guitar player got really excited, said, "Yeah, please, you know." And I said, "Well, sure, come on, we'll be back." So the next day when I went back, and I walked in, and they introduced me to a man named Janong from Nashville with a record company that wanted to give me a contract.
Just like that.
That's how I got in.
So what happened to the vet?
Well, I blew it. See, I got horses. Vet just eats me alive.
Right.
I'd been rich if I'd have been a veterinarian. See.
So your dad was okay with this, right? You prefer you'd been a vet, or your mom?
Oh, Dad just whatever I wanted to be. Dad,
really?
Dad was.
They didn't care.
No, Dad didn't care. Dad was a farmer.
Right.
And my mother was from a farming company, but my mother was a clothing designer. She had married again, a stepfather, and they both clothing designers. For Neiman Marcus, they were good ones.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
So, anyway, they thought maybe I'd want to do that, but I didn't.
Right.
And after I got into the music accidentally, I did some shows and I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided, well, I'll go for it.
So what part of show business have you enjoyed the most?
The payoff.
Well, of course. But you've traveled all these different places. You know, small towns, large venues, small venues.
It's all the same. I love the people.
Really?
Yeah, I love to entertain them. I love to sing for them.
Mm-hmm.
I try to do my best every time I can.
Right.
But, and I try to record songs that I think they like.
Absolutely.
So that's about it.
Do you have a favorite song?
Well, I should say for the good times, it is my big song.
Signature song, if you will.
Yeah, it's my signature song. And then a song, Willie wrote a song called "I'm Still Not Over You" that I recorded. It never was very big, but it's one of my favorite songs.
Yes.
So I have quite a few favorites. Just it's hard to remember. I've been recording now for 64 years, and my mind just can't remember all of that.
That's true of all our minds, so it doesn't matter. It's all new to all of us. So.
But you know, it's been a great career. I'm real happy. I've been blessed with Jesus and God.
Oh, absolutely.
And I know that, so I'm working hard to kind of pay back.
Absolutely.
You know.
I mean, most people can't say they've worked for 60 years in anything, especially these days.
Well,
it's something that they love doing, and you can make people happy. I mean, that's awesome.
That's where it's
That's
at.
awesome.
Kindness does a whole lot of things.
Absolutely. Are there any stories, I guess, like touching stories where you sang a song, you did a performance, and someone came up to you afterwards and they tell you something, how that meant to them? I mean, not just, oh, I had a good time, but a touching story.
Steve, a lot of people have done that over different years. It's hard for me to remember just any one of them, but that makes me feel great. It makes me feel great that they enjoy the show. That's the main thing.
Right.
You know, that's where it's at. And, of course, I'm a Texas boy and I love Texas. And In fact, I've recorded a complete CD in Spanish.
Wow.
For the people, it's my piano player for many years was Moses Calderon. He was with me for 35 years. He and I got together, and he taught me the songs. We did the old, beautiful Mexican love song.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we called the CD Los Dos.
Yes.
So it's one of the things I want to do, and I'm real happy with it. We haven't let it out in the public, but what we have done, they seem to like it, because I got it right, and I don't know how, but I managed to get the dialects to correct too, so it's a little hard.
Well, it's like singing in another language. It can be, I mean, it's incredibly romantic, it can be sexy, it can be, well, all kinds of things. What is it about the other language? Say Spanish, Italian, whatever.
It doesn't matter what the words are, they're beautiful, no matter what language.
Right.
Whether you understand it.
Oh, no. The emotion is there, right?
The emotion.
Yes.
That's where it's at. And the beauty of the music, that's where it's at.
Yeah. And
the Mexican music, I love it because they play a lot of thirds in their melodies. Mm-hmm. Blows me away. I like it.
Let's talk about it. Who are your favorite musicians that you like listening to?
Well, all of them are gone now. Most of them, of course, I'm trying to remember. My mind don't work as swift as it ought to. But Johnny Carson was one of my favorite entertainers. And I did a lot of shows with Johnny at Paradates and everything. And Doc.
Severson? Was that?
Yeah, Doc Severson and I were buddies. And when I recorded Danny Boy, I stopped using just guitar and fiddle and thing. I used 42 strings and everything. It became real big, and everybody in Nashville accused me of going pop. So they almost run me out of town for doing it. So I took them at their word, and I got me a 22-piece pop orchestra and went on the road.
Mm-hmm. Why not?
So I think I was being a little bit facetious with it, but, you know. But it all worked out. Now I carry a big band. I love it. The strings here, the theater, everything's just great.
Incredible.
And it's a beautiful old theater.
Yeah, we're just trying to keep it going, and we appreciate you coming. Absolutely.
My pleasure. Always glad to do it.
For performers or people that want to break into the business, what would you tell them?
Don't take no for an answer.
Yes.
You know?
Right.
Just head down. Just like a raging bull, charge. If they don't get out of the way, you'll get them.
Absolutely. If heaven exists, what do you want God to say when you get to the pearly gates?
Good job.
Good job. Yeah, we got a gig for you up here, too. If you want to play, you name it, you know.
Well, maybe that's what I'll get to do. I can't think of a better thing. I love to do it. Why not?
Absolutely.
64 years is nothing compared to eternity.
Absolutely.
You know, I was talking to some people, some Jewish people, friends of mine, and somebody smart, Alex, said, "You like Jewish people?" I said, "I better. I intend to be living with one through all eternity."
Ray, thank you so much for being with us.
It's my pleasure, Steve. I hope everything works out for the theater like it ought to.
We're trying, and you know, you're doing your part too.
That's where it is.
So, hey, thanks for coming, and we'll definitely see you in the show.
My pleasure.
Thanks.
Thank you.